interrupt your regular scheduled programming for the following sports special on the PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other disseminations or the use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show. It's brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it is the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, with the call of today's PCSRA Weekly Show from the Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, here is your host, the voice of the PCSRA, Daniel Voiles.
And hello and good afternoon and welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show, as the PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is on the air here on the PCSRA Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV, and on your mobile device with the iHeartRadio app. Daniel Voiles from our PCSRA studios, Brad Lewis taking care of the trolls back in LA, as it's another weekly show edition, Monday show here on this channel, as I'm going to be the only one in the, actually, I'm going to move over, here, to explain, what's the deal. So, today's a PCSRA Weekly Show, but not without some very sad news. Yesterday, the NASCAR world mourned the loss of a great legend, 9-time NASCAR champion Mike Stefani, who won 7 championships in Wheeling. Fortunately, died in a plane crash yesterday afternoon. And we want to send our thoughts and prayers. I've already started one, but I'm in the global call, Taylor. But our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends of Mike Stefanik, and he'll be missed as far as that is concerned. So yeah. So that's very sad news, if you ask me, as far as that's concerned. So, not the way a lot of people were looking for, as far as that's concerned, but, definitely will be missed as far as that's concerned. So, yeah. Anyway, got a few announcements I need to go ahead and mention. Let me tell everybody. I have decided to discontinue the Russia Renegade. More will be explained in a separate video, because, like I said, next year I'm going to be super busy with the shows and all that. And yeah, so I'll explain more in a separate video, and yeah. So, other than that, I don't think we have anything, anything to discuss. But, with that being said, let me go ahead and tell them, yeah, looks like the panelists are either looking at the end of the world or doing something. Because I'm over here in the weekly show and they haven't started the call. So, weekly show members, I'm now ready for you because apparently you guys are looking at the end of the world. Hooray. So, yeah, don't ask me why. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had to let this know, hey, I'm ready for you guys. So, it's called Quit Looking at the Other World for some reason. Anyway. Gonna wait to, okay, now we're finally getting the panelists to come join me, so let's introduce the panelists. Joining me is Greg Rutz and Zachary Taylor for today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show. What is your plan? What is your plan, Taylor? Oh, I know where this is going. There, that's better. What did you do, Taylor?
Why can't I hear Daniel on here? He's muted right now.
No, oh, wait. Hang on a second. No, Discord wanted to be drunk. But anyway, I have... Oh, Cody joined and Greg and Taylor are here, so yay.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
I blame Discord for that. Anywho, by the way, just to let everybody know, Cody's getting ready to leave at 4:30 his time because he's got one more class to take before he's done for the day. So, yeah. So if you see Cody leave, that's because he's getting ready to go back to finish up his day, which I know he's having an amazing day. So, yeah.
Yeah. Plus, that's gonna study for an exam.
Yeah, which we wish him good luck on the exam. So, yeah. What? Oh no, Cody's gonna kill you. I saw that one coming. That's probably a Christmas point. Anywho, yeah. Today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show, we are going to do it in ABC order because that's how we do it. So, we are going to recap the race weekend of Auckland, Laguna Seca, Las Vegas, and Nürburgring. Actually, we're just going to go through the top 10 results for Nürburgring, and congrats to winners for IMSA. That's what we're going to do. Probably do a little recap of Auckland, but recapping for Vegas. Take you through some NR news and notes in today's NR report. Take you through the breaking news stories, some paint scheme previews, which there's only been one that has already come out, unless we get more coming in. Then we will take you through some sports news, if any. Then we have the PCSRA injury report. And then we'll look ahead to Laguna Seca for IndyCar, their final race of 2019. Richmond for the first race of the first round for... Christmas point for Greg in the YouTube chat. Richmond playoff race number 1 for Xfinity. Second race of the first round for Cup. And the Singapore Grand Prix. Hi, Cookie Monster. And then we will go through our predictions. So, also a little disclaimer. I'm currently uploading a video right now. And that video is... the Japanese Grand Prix, which, just want to let you guys know on the F1 2018 career mode, I've gotten up to Japan. as far as free practice 1 is concerned. And here's the thing, Singapore and Russia have not even come out, and I've already gotten ahead, because I want to get these Asia races done, and then probably record live as far as that's concerned. Also, Codemasters, I'll need to get back with you as far as trying to get the tickets for next year's Australian Grand Prix, so yeah. Oh, for Pete's sake, Greg. Anyway, let's kick off the weekly show by, as I was saying. Anyway, let's get back together and not worry about the YouTube chat. I'll worry about that later. So, starting with the weekly show, I'm actually going to start with DTM, just go through the top 10 results just to make it easier because I don't want to do a long recapping. So the top 10 results for race 1 is as follows. Rene Rast, which we'll discuss about race 2 in a second, won the sprint race. Bruno Spengler 2nd, Marco Whitman 3rd, Jonathan Aberdeen 4th, Luke Duvall 5th, Jamie Green 6th, Sheldon Vanderlyn 7th, Joel Eriksson 8th, Timo Glock 9th, and Daniel Juncadella of Spain completes the top 10. The top 10 results for the... Okay. Top 10 results for race 2. Jamie Green, the winner of the feature race. Robert French 2nd. Rene Rast finished 3rd. Rene Rast is your 2019 DTM champion. Congratulations to him. Luke Duvall 4th. Jonathan Aberdeen 5th. Nico Mueller 6th. Mike Rockenfeller 7th. Philip Ing 8th. Timo Glock 9th. And Bruno Spengler completes the top 10. Then we go over to Auckland for the V8 Supercars. Been following the race on race 1. Race 1 and race 2, I've been following the race as far as that's concerned. Thank you. Thank you, Kev. I will look at that later, but not right this second. Anyway, first incident between Jamie Whincup and Nick Paracat. Paracat spun around. Whincup incident was under investigation after the race. Racing was really good, exciting, and at the end of the day, it was Shane Van Gisbergen who ended up stealing the win. Now, I want to point something else out. We had 2 drivers that got slapped with 15-second time penalties. Cameron Waters for speeding in the pits, and Jamie Whincup got a 15-second time penalty for the collision. So the top 10 results, after all that is changed, was the following. Shane Van Gisbergen the win. David Reynolds unofficially will finish 2nd. Scott McLaughlin 3rd. Lee Holdsworth 4th. Jamie Whincup with his penalty fell to 6th. Fabian Coulthard got 5th. I think Cameron Waters got 7th. Andre Himgardner 8th. Will Davison 9th. And Rich Stanaway completed the top 10. Race 2, I did commentary for the Victory in Jesus chat as far as that's concerned. Jamie Whincup got a 15-second penalty for speeding in the pits. A lot of people, were surprised about the karmic retribution by him. And it was interesting as far as that is concerned. As I don't know what is going on with my Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second. We're having a little issue here. And now it just kicked me out of Discord call. What the hell? So, hang on one. Alright, we're back. I do apologize. Discord's being stupid. But anywho, it was okay racing as far as that's concerned. But at the end of the day, Scott McLaughlin picks up his 17th win of the season, which is a new season record by him. Hi, son. How are you? Dad! Said Blue Junior. Blue Junior's happy to see me. What's going on with the Wi-Fi? Oh, my Wi-Fi is just being drunk. That's what's going on, son. So, no issue. We had a little power outage before he came home, but we're fine. Anyway, so the top 10 results for race 2. Scott McLaughlin got the win. Shane Van Gisbergen 2nd. Chaz Mostert 3rd. Nick Paracat 4th. Todd Hazelwood completed the top 5. Scott Pye 6th. Simona Di Silvestre 7th. That's a great run for her. Mark Winterbaum 8th. Richie Stanaway 9th. And James Golding completed the top 10. Since when did Wi-Fi learn how to drink beer? I don't know. Anyway. Moving on over to the Truck Series race. Did not watch the Truck Series race. We had an incident in qualifying with Jesse Iwuji losing control of his truck. He hits the pit wall. He's okay. He did make the race, but unfortunately he had to go home because they didn't have a backup car. Justin Johnson, who originally failed to qualify, took over the 34, so they rebranded it from 08 to 34, and was guaranteed the spot in the race. That's pretty nice of them, if you ask me. When the race did get going, John Hunter Nemechek start and park because he had a fuel pressure issue on his truck. His night was already over before it began. When the actual race began, Grant Enfinger apparently lost an engine and dropped fluid on the track. Grant Enfinger went out of the race, and that was his championship hopes done. Stage 1 was won by Ross Chastain. Then, the most bizarre thing happened in the entire race. Both Johnny Sauter and Matt Crafton both had engine failures, which they both dropped fluid on the track. Both trucks caught on fire. Crafton got out. Unfortunately for Crafton, his day was done, putting him in jeopardy of possibly missing it. Then the rest of the stage was calm. Ross Chastain also won stage 2, which meant Ross Chastain moved on to the next round. And then Johnny Sauter, after having to go to the garage to fix the mechanical issue, unfortunately blew up. And it was an engine failure war. It was not a crash war and all that. It was called whose engine was going to survive the longest. But Johnny Sauter blew up. His race was done. That was his championship hopes done. Then the 02 of Tyler Dipple also had an engine failure on his 02, which was really rare. We had mechanical problems and not crashes, if you ask me. But at the end of the day, it was a shock winner in Austin Hill, who took his third, was it his third win of the season, or is it his second? Can somebody confirm that for me?
I do believe it's his third.
It's his third win. Thank you, Taylor. And as a result, Austin Hill locked himself into the next round of the playoffs as a result. And that's a surprise to see Austin Hill being the winner of that race, because we never talked about that 16 truck pretty much the entire race. Which, good thing is, he passed inspection, and the two drivers that have been eliminated from the Truck Series, the shocker Johnny Sauter and Grant Enfinger. Those are the two big shock names that are not going to move on to the next round, and Tyler Ankrum somehow, some way, makes it in the next round of the playoffs. So the top 10 results for the Truck Series race is Austin Hill wins. He moves on to the next round. Ross Chastain second. He also moves on to the next round. Nice run from him. Christian X finished third. Sheldon Creed fourth. Todd Gillen fifth. Brendan Poole sixth. Brett Moffitt was already locked in the next round because of his 2 wins. He got 7th, so he didn't pull a Joey Logano, but it didn't matter to him because he's already locked in the next round. Ben Rhodes 8th, Harrison Burton 9th, and Dylan Lupton. We did not talk much about that 5 truck as he gets a top 10. Playoff notables, Tyler Ankrum 11th. He moves on to the next round. Stuart Friesen, despite having so many issues with his truck, he moves on to the next round. And then the 3 playoff drivers who had bad luck were Sauter, Crafton, Enfinger. Sauter and Enfinger both got eliminated. Crafton barely moves on to the next round of the playoffs. So that's really shocking. So moving over to the Xfinity race. Fortunately, I didn't watch it because I was at work. And also, while I was closing the door, I was keeping an eye on the V8 Supercar race. So, yay. Nothing really happened in the first 2 stages. Christopher Bell won the first 2 stages. The first actual incident was Tommy Joe Martins got loose, spun coming off turn 4, didn't hit anything. And then CJ McLaughlin, which is Mike's son, cut a right front tire down, slammed in the outside wall. His day was done. The race was really okay, I could say, as far as that's concerned. But at the end of the day, it was Tyler Reddick who ended up getting the win in the race. One note I want to mention, Ryan Sieg, who finished 14th, got disqualified for scales because the car was like too low, so, which in my opinion really didn't matter because he was locked into the playoffs anyway, so yeah. Yeah. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity race was as follows. Tyler Reddick, the winner. Christopher Bell, second. Brandon Jones, third. Cole Custer, fourth. Justin Allgaier, fifth. Noah Gragson, sixth. Gray Golding, seventh. Unfortunately, was not enough for Gray Golding to make the playoffs, but it didn't matter. John Hunter Nemechek, eighth. Riley Herbst, ninth. And Elliott Sadler, who raced in his final Cup Series race, completed the top 10. Congratulations to Sadler on an amazing career. I said on a great career, is what I said. His final NASCAR start is what I said.
You said final Cup start, but okay.
Yeah, anyway. Final NASCAR start. You get my point. Then we move over to the Cup race. Did not watch it because I was watching the Eagles and Falcons and looked like I made a right choice as far as that's concerned. Early going, Kyle Busch hit the wall. And then he was cussing like a mad storm because of the fact that he was wrecking loose, which didn't really surprise me. Stage 1 was won by Joey Logano. Nothing happened in Stage 2. That was won by Martin Truex Jr. The first actual incident of the race, William Byron cut a left rear tire down going through 3 and 4. He lost control. He was close to the pits. They got the left side tire changed. Then Kurt Busch made contact with another car in Chase Elliott. Cut a left front tire down. It was not a right front. It was a left front. He slammed the wall. People have said that was Chase Elliott's fault. You need to rewatch the replay. It was not Elliott's fault. It was Kurt who came down into somebody that cut his left front tire down. That was not Elliott's fault. So, dirt for whoever said it was Elliott's fault. The rest of the race wasn't really that good. Kyle Busch ran the back of Garrett Smithley for driving like a maniac, referring to Kyle Busch, because he was just frustrated the way he was. And at the end of the day, Martin Truex Jr. unfortunately ended up winning the race at Las Vegas and punched his ticket into the next round of the playoffs. So the top 10 results for the Cup Series race are as follows. Martin Truex Jr., the winner. Kevin Harvick, second. Brad Keselowski, third. Chase Elliott, fourth. Ryan Blaney, fifth. Alex Bowman, sixth. William Byron, seventh. Kyle Larson, eighth. Joey Logano, ninth. Ryan Newman completed the top 10. Top 10 were all playoff drivers. A couple of playoff notables. Eric Almirola, 13th. Denny Hamlin, 15th. Kyle Busch, 19th. He's really had a Titanic ship. Clint Bowyer, 25th. Not the run he was looking for. Eric Jones, 36th, and Kurt Busch ended up dead last. So that is the results. The 4 drivers that come in the danger zone for the... What is a derp cookie? What is a derp cookie?
What are you talking about?
In the YouTube chat, I'm talking about. Yeah, what the heck? Anyway. So, the 4 drivers in the danger zone are Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, Clint Bowyer, Eric Jones. So, those are the 4 that are in the danger zone. Alright. So, now I turn over to... I'm actually going to do this a little differently since Greg has never done this. I turn first to Taylor and Cody, and I ask you this amazing question, and that is, what were your thoughts on Auckland, Las Vegas, Nürburgring, and the Laguna Seca weekend? I'm going to first start off with Zachary Taylor.
Oh, wow. of cautions in the cup race other than the stages, that was a pretty big surprise. I didn't expect quite a demolition derby, but I did expect a few more cautions to happen than what we saw. But overall, I mean, it was a pretty solid racing weekend.
Yep. Before I get to the other panelists, I want to point out the number 6 Acura Team Penske won DPI. The number 52 K-Line machine won LMP2. The number 66 of Joey Han for the 4GT for Chip Ganassi won in GT Le Mans, and then Brian Sellers won in GT Daytona. So congratulations to those winners. Okay, Cody, go ahead.
I didn't watch V8. I didn't watch DTM. The truck I kind of watched. It was an okay race. In a way, I kind of think Coursework got sabotaged. But other than that, it was kind of a decent race, I gotta say. And in that race, I get this back for me. And you'll see why later in the show. And then Xfinity, it was an alright race. F.A. driver who hasn't won too much won another race. And for the Cup Series, it's a little bit of both. That and me having a smack Orby. But according to where my driver's at, he's in a pretty good position right now. He currently lies fifth place in the standings. I wish he could get more playoff points, though. He should probably win a stage or two before the next round, just so it would be on site with Harvick and Logano. But
Hi, Elijah.
he's pretty good right now.
Hi, Elijah in the chat.
Oh, no.
Cody better not look at the YouTube chat, whatever he does.
Oh, I bet I'm going to have to smack him. I know that. And then he's going to say, which one?
No, the first part you don't want to see. I saw that one coming. I love Elijah. He said, Cody! Alright. Nice derp, Taylor. Nice derp.
I didn't derp. I was saying blame PS4 for not showing it.
We always love to blame him. Alright, anything from you, Greg, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. I just love this fan trying to kick the debris and he falls on his face at Kansas. What the heck? He missed the setup pretty bad. I'm watching a video from...
What this first point for Greggy?
That's what you get for playing games in your bathroom.
What? I got an idea.
That's what Elijah just said. How are you, Elijah, by the way?
That's Elijah.
He'll say which one.
What is going on in that bathroom? I don't know.
Elijah said Cody was playing games in the bathroom. That's why.
Hey, okay, I can be shut up.
Yeah. Anywho, oh yeah, Cody's getting ready to leave soon, so I'm gonna give Cody.
What? No, Elijah. Grandpa.
Elijah Wood? What? What on earth? All right. I know Cody's getting ready to depart for school, but I want to let Cody say his final thoughts.
I have 12 minutes left. I gotta get off at 4:30.
Oh.
Leave 5 minutes later.
Yeah. But we will give you your final thoughts before you go.
I just belched, by
By the way, Taylor, thank you for that nice motivational belch.
the way. Okay.
Fair.
So you can go on with the show.
Alright. So let's get into the
So
get into the news, if there's any news at all.
The only sort of news I saw was about Menard retiring and DiBenedetto.
Yeah, Matt DiBenedetto is going to replace Paul Menard in the 21.
Yeah, that I think was discussed last week.
Yeah, so
I have some news myself before I go at least.
Hermie Sadler is going to be racing with Ryan Sieg Racing this weekend at Richmond.
What?
Yes, you heard it out of my mouth. Hermie Sadler's driving for Ryan Sieg. David!
David accepted.
Accepted.
Alright.
Let me... What? Not accepted.
Oh, that was great.
Not accepted.
I said first.
Kyle Busch sounded like the Marshawn Lynch of NASCAR. A lot of people gave grief. Even I want to point this out. Somebody called him out on Twitter. Oh, Kyle Larson also called Kyle Busch out on Twitter. Same with Ray Ciccarelli. So Kyle Busch, guess what? You got owned. Yeah, this is what Robbie Lyons said. In case Kyle wasn't watching the spring truck race at Texas Motor Speedway earlier this year, Garrett Smithley was outrunning both of his full-time trucks in our number 42 equipment. Hashtag NASCAR. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, this is what Ray Ciccarelli said. Man, I would have more respect for Busch if he would have just said he effed up instead of dodging a guy for doing nothing wrong. Keep doing what you're doing over there in the 52. This from Kyle Larson. So when you're running the Chili Bowl, FYI, no spotters there, Kyle Busch. That's Kyle Larson. Can we say that is, accepted? Kyle Busch, accepted. Can we say that is a roast for Kyle Busch?
Who did what?
So, yeah. Let me see. I don't know if there's any other news. Looks like Hendrick Motorsports released a show car that had the number 5, so that's interesting. Devlin. Wait, what?
Cody's naked.
Accepted. So I don't think we have any other news or notes. Friendly reminder, Greg Rutz I don't think brought this up, but tomorrow the AAA National Championship game will take place at AutoZone Park at 7:07 first pitch. That game will be televised on FS1. It'll be featuring the Columbus Clippers as they will take on the Sacramento River Cats at AutoZone Park, home of the Memphis Redbirds. And that will be, again, at 7:07 on FS1. Check your local listings for the start time in your area. I don't think we have any other news. I think that's it for news. Oh, Sunday's primetime race at Vegas posted a 1.40 overnight rating. The same race last year, which was aired on a Sunday afternoon, was 1.31. Yeah. Good job, Taylor. So.
No, I hit send and blame the PlayStation. What I was trying to put in the YouTube comments was, what I did was Cody was starting a naked show on CBS. Accepted.
Accepted.
Thanks, Taylor. Accepted?
Yeah, so. We'll mention some other things if you ask me, so yeah. I think that's kind of it for stuff. I don't think we have any NR news as far as that's concerned. We're looking forward.
I mean, NR news, I'm going to say
So, that's interesting. Just got a confirmed time for the pregame show for OU and Texas Tech. 11 a.m. kick. That means we'll be on the air at 9 a.m. for the pregame show for 107.7 The Franchise, 107.9 The Franchise Tulsa. So, yeah. Thought I'd point that out, so. Not... What? Oh my goodness. Hey, what the point for Taylor?
Yes, you get another 2-word phrase point. Yep, 2-word.
Damn.
Yes, he did.
Oh, butterfly sauce lady.
You just say a 5-letter word.
Joy to the world. What the? Okay, and Taylor's been ejected for excessive celebration, and Taylor accepted. Taylor's been ejected for excessive celebration. Taylor accepted. I said it first, and I accept it.
I said it first. You lose.
Wait, you lose your children?
I'm going to send you something on your DM, but you're going to die laughing.
Oh, Joyland.
Once I find your
Don't think we have any other stuff.
What are you gonna do?
So we don't have any injuries as far as the PCSRA injury report. 1 second, guys. So we don't have anything as far as the PCSRA injury report, so that's good news there. Reminder, my friends, slow down by an arthritis, a broken bone, or sports injury, count on Mercy to help restore your broken bones in your orthopedic life. Call Mercy Orthopedics today. Mercy and the PCSRA, a proud sponsorship for over a decade. So, that's interesting. Let's see here. If I can find some more news and notes. Oh, I want to mention the crap. The 63 truck team sold a few trucks to somebody. I forgot who it went to. So somebody got more funding. So, all right. Let me. I think that's pretty much about it. So. Let me go see J-Ski if they have already released the entry list or not. So doesn't look like we have the entry list out, but they should be out soon. So why don't we? As I was saying, why don't we go ahead and preview our race weekend we got coming up. This weekend we have Indy cars at Laguna Seca. Can we please be focused? Anyway. So we have Laguna Seca for Indy cars, Richmond for NASCAR, and Singapore for F1. Let's start with Laguna Seca. Taylor, this is the final race of the IndyCar season. You know, 4 drivers have a chance to win the championship. They are Scott Dixon, Alexander Rossi, Joseph Newgarden, and I forgot who the other one was. Help me out. Who is it? Newgarden. Let me think. Newgarden, Rossi. Crap. I forgot who the 4 championship contenders are. Let me go look at the points. Okay, anyway. Oh, here it is. Newgarden, Rossi, Simon Pagenaud, and Scott Dixon. That was the other one, as Pagenaud. So, 4 drivers battling for a championship. What do you think we might see going into this weekend at Laguna Seca? Do you think we might see the same thing we saw in the IMSA race, where passing is really difficult, or do you think it'll be a lot different with strategies? Cody, real quick before you go, what do you think we'll see this whole weekend? Unless he's already gone.
He's on the call. Yeah.
Yeah, but he said he was going to be gone soon, so.
Cody thinking.
Yep, I think Cody's gone. But as I was saying, it's going to be interesting to see what that race is going to be. Okay, Singapore. We're going from Monza, the fastest part of the track, to the technical course of Singapore for the 61-lap race. And given how that track has been pretty good in the past, what do you think we might see there, Taylor? Do you think we might see some good racing there at Singapore?
I think we'll see a pretty competitive race. I think strategy is going to play a big factor into it.
Not accepted.
But yeah, I do think it'll be a good race. Oh man.
Alright. Any final thoughts for you, Cody, before you get on out of here? Or no? Yeah.
Cody's looking at naked girls.
Alright. So, let's also preview Richmond. So, we're going from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, a 1.5-mile track, to a short track of Richmond International Raceway. It's not Richmond Raceway, it's Richmond International Raceway. I still call it because Richmond Raceway is too corny. So, what do you guys think we might see at Richmond International Raceway? Do you think we're going to see the same beating and banging and all that? Or do you think it's going to be interesting with the stages and in the playoffs?
I think those things you just mentioned are going to play a big factor. Obviously, they're going to be able to go farther on fuel mileage with it being a short track and stuff. So, fuel mileage probably more than likely won't come into play unless they get a bunch of cautions and stuff, which could happen because Richmond track. So, I think we'll see a lot of almost kind of right there. But I think we'll see a lot of the short track style racing, a lot of the beating and banging, and especially with the playoffs being underway. I mean, we can see some tempers flare.
Oh, definitely. Remember, if any of our playoff drivers go to victory lane at Richmond, that is a lock-in spot into the next round of the playoffs. What were you going to say, Greg?
What?
What were you going to say?
I don't remember now.
Oh, my son's back. Yay. So, alright. So with that said, let's begin our predictions. Predictions, by the way, presented by Courtyard by Marriott. For those of you that do not know how our predictions go, it goes like this. Driver to win, driver to stay away from, driver you predict as the dark horse. So what we're going to do, Taylor and I are going to do our global standing picks because we're still waiting for the NASCAR entry list to come out. But first, let's go through the prediction standings. Starting with, if I go the right way, coming into this weekend for Singapore, Cody Smart did not lose any ground or gain any ground. In fact, the top 5 never gained any ground. Cody Smart still...
I gotta go. Sorry.
Alright, see ya. See ya, Cody.
A 5-letter word. Yes, he did.
You just said it. You just said it back, Cody.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, as I was saying, Cody. Okay, anyway, Cody Smart has 304 points, still has the lead over Taylor at 279. I have 263 for Global in third. Orman is at 249, and Cody Goforth 223. David Heller, Derek Hamill, and Kyle Langland still cannot win the prediction standings. On to the NASCAR standings. It was not the performance from our championship leader, Cody Smart, who saw his gap at the top come crashing down. It's now down to 7 points over Nathan Orman. Cody has 129 points, Nathan Orman 122. I'm in third place still at 97 points in the bag. Zachary Taylor is fourth with 91, so Taylor's not too far away from me. Kyle Langland is fifth with 86 points. David Heller is sixth with 74. Cody Goforth is seventh with 67. Ty Dent is eighth with 53 points. Quentin Moore is ninth with 51 points. Great Lakes cracks in the top 10 at 37 points. Derek Hamill has 15 points in the books. He is 11th. Elijah Leonard is 12th with 12 points, ironically enough. And Greg Rutz is dead last. But after this weekend, probably Greg Rutz may be out of the basement. So, hooray. Okay, let me try to get this quickly as I can. Since Taylor and I are the only people doing predictions for Global, we also need to get Cody Goforth's picks for Goforth. A found nice derp. So while we're waiting for the NASCAR entry list, we're going to let Taylor go first on the prediction standings, and then we'll get. I'm actually going to be at the bottom. Remember, for IndyCar, you get to tell me you're champion. Just remember that. So, Taylor, kick it off. Remember, it's Laguna Seca and Singapore. So Greg gets to chill back and watch the fireworks. Go ahead, Taylor. Kick off your driver to stay away from for IndyCar. What the heck, Taylor? Oh, joy, bucket world. Yeah, good job, Taylor. You deserve that point.
You would get one too. You know what?
Joy to the world.
Oh, yeah. Technically, they happen after every home game in baseball season, so technically we're still in baseball season. So,
well, they also do it. They also do it for Cup as well. Every time it's racing at night.
Yeah, and they do it on New Year's too.
Oh, for childhood hunger. Yeah, you derping grandpa. So technically, that's a dirt point for Greg. I almost got a dirt. Tony Kanaan. Remember, non-playoff, non-champion. Non-contenders are 1 point.
Hold on. Okay, you know what? Okay, erase the Canon play. How about I go with Pat, as my driver's say?
Simon. Oh man, I almost derp. Okay, but I got it. Okay. I almost derp, but I corrected it. Okay, your dark horse. Alexander Rossi, Alexander Rossi. Greg is now a teapot girl. And you're driving to win.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I think the driver that I'm going to pick to win is not only going to get the checkered flag, but he's also going to get the trophy for the championship. So here's going to be my prediction for not only for the race, but also my champion pick. I am going to say Joseph Newgart wins the race
And then Cody will get ejected for excessive celebration.
Accepted!
Alright, Singapore!
Alright. For my F1 driver to stay away from. Okay. I'm gonna say Romain. Stay away from.
Roman Grosjean?
Yeah.
Discord cut out, but I knew you were going to pick Roman Grosjean. Dark Horse!
Okay. I could go a lot of directions here. Okay. Okay, you know what? For my dark horse, I'm gonna pick somebody different. And I rarely pick. I'm gonna say Sergio Perez is my dark horse.
Oh, you're taking Checo. I like to call him Checo. And your driver to win.
Well, okay. I'm gonna go with somebody who's just been red hot recently. I'm gonna go Charles Leclerc.
Wow!
He's been red hot recently, so you know what? I'm gonna take him as my driver to win.
Alright. So before I get to my global picks, let me first read you everybody else's, we're going to read you everybody else's predictions. Let's first begin with Nathan Orman, because he's already made predictions after his little stunt last week. So for IndyCar, he said Scott Dixon is the driver to win, Colton Herta is the driver to stay away from, Joseph Newgarden is the dark horse and the champion. For F1, he said Charles Leclerc is the driver to win, Carlos Sainz is the driver to stay away from, and Lewis Hamilton as the dark horse. For Cody Goforth, the other Cody, he said Alexander Rossi is the driver to win, Will Power is the driver to stay away from, Scott Dixon as the dark horse, and he says Rossi will take home the championship. For F1, he says Lewis Hamilton is the driver to win, Robert Kubica is the driver to stay away from, and Max Verstappen as the dark horse. We'll get Cody's later, so here's my predictions for global. So the driver I picked to win, I am going to say, I'm going to take Simon Pagenaud as the driver to win and to win the championship. I think you guys goofed up big time. Driver to stay away from.
Thank you, Cody Smart.
Kitty Gamer Cats, how are you? Stay away from Will Power. Dark Horse, my man, Alexander Rossi. For my F1 from Singapore. Yes, hello. My driver to win, Lewis Hamilton. Driver to stay away from, he has been having so much bad luck of late. I don't know why, but if there's one driver I really picked to stay away from, I gotta agree with you, Taylor. I'm gonna say stay away from Roman Grosjean. Dark Horse, Charles Leclerc. Alright, let's get to see if there's any updates on the, if the entry lists are out or not. If not, we will just, make random picks. So Taylor, back to you. We're gonna make random picks. Alright?
Okay.
But first, I need to get the NASCAR deal taken care of. So, give you a minute to strategize who you think you're going to pick, and then we'll get started. All right? Also, Greg will give you a minute to strategize who you think is going to be your pick, and then, like I said, so. All right. Remember, this week it's Xfinity and Cup. Remember, there are no Cup drivers in the playoffs for Xfinity, so it's going to be different drivers in the 18 as far as that's concerned. So keep that in mind when you're making your predictions for the Richmond weekend. Remember, for the playoffs, it's 3 points for a playoff driver. It's 1 point for non-playoff drivers to refresh everybody's memories. So, let me just try to get all this taken care of, since we have not gotten the entry list. So, while we're doing that, let me give you a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events while we're taking care of that. Next week, we're going to recap Singapore, Laguna Seca, and Richmond. Or Laguna Seca, Richmond, Singapore. It didn't matter what order I said it. Take you through some news and notes in the NR report. Take you through the breaking news stories as far as that is concerned between now and then. Got some sports news and all that, if any, and all of that good stuff. And then we're looking ahead to the big one, Taylor. You know what that is? The second race of the first round for Xfinity at the Charlotte Roval, the first elimination race for the Cup Series, and the Russian Grand Prix for F1. So F1 has a back-to-back weekend. Because they'll be back in action. Because after Russia, they'll be back in action in Japan, which that will be just a 1 week, and then back-to-back from Mexico and the U.S. So that's something we're looking forward to as far as that is concerned. So that's a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events. So you definitely looking forward to the Roval with that new rules package, Taylor, or what? Because we don't know what the rules package is going to do. We don't know what kind of race we're in store for. I think the rules package is really going to shake it up. And if last year's race was any indication, rules package and elimination race is going to make this elimination one a very interesting, to say the least. What? What did you do, Taylor? Did you make a... Did you make...
I just forgot to do something.
Oops. Good job, Taylor, you derping grandpa. Now accept it. Dadgummit, I think we tied. Dadgummit, we tied up Bella Ruts. Accept it. Not done yet. I'm almost there. I'm trying to get all the Las Vegas stuff off and replace it with just Xfinity. Remember, it's Xfinity and Cup. Just remember that, Taylor.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've decided on my driver to stay away.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I'm kind of strategizing what I'm going to do here.
And remember, like I said, we're going to still have Xfinity and Cup until Trucks... Remember, because Trucks will be at Talladega to start the second race of the... first race of the second round, excuse me.
Okay,
Trying to keep up with races is really difficult, if you ask me.
Okay. Danny, did you realize Ray Black Jr. 16th in points?
Did you expect that the 08 was going to be 13th in points? Okay, dumb question. Did you ever would have think SS Green Light Racing was going to have a great season this year?
Well, I mean, them two really aren't the only surprise. I mean, Josh Williams is 17th.
That's another surprise.
Steven likes 19th. Vinny Miller 20th.
What is this?
Those guys are having a pretty solid season.
You didn't expect that before the beginning of the year.
No, I really. What?
Why are we doing ABC, ABCDEFG song in the Victory in Jesus chat? What in the world?
Who did what? Oh, Peanut Butter Sakes.
Oh my god. Oh, the 19, by the way, is sponsored by Freightliner. Okay, for the Xfinity Series, it'll... Which one? Okay, can I mention something about the Xfinity banners? The driver's name will be in red letters. We have a red stripe Xfinity stripe, red splitter, and red spoiler. That's how you can tell the Xfinity players apart. So, that's how you can tell the playoff drivers apart. And like I mentioned, if any of them go to victory lane, they will be in the next round. All right, Taylor, I'm now ready for you. So kick off the NASCAR side, as I forgot to do this earlier. Whoopsie.
Good job, you derp.
Well, I was trying to get it all cleared up.
Okay.
All right, Taylor, kick it off.
Okay, so for my driver that No.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Wait, your dog is the driver to stay away from, or what were you doing?
Butterfly world. Okay, my driver I'm gonna say John Hunter Nemechek.
Ooh. Dark horse. Remember, Justin Allgaier is worth 3 points. Wait, let me check something real quick. I want to check something before we get to your driver to win. I want to get to the playoff drivers. Is John Hunter... Okay, John Hunter Nemechek is in the playoffs. Okay, Taylor. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be 3 points. That would be 3 points if you get it right. Oh gosh dang it! Why did I put in Cup? I'm such a doofus. Dadgummit! I did an Ormans. GG me. Sorry, Ormy. Okay, now driver to win.
Good job, you derp.
What? Before you do that, I'll be right back. Oh, for Pete's. No. Oh, damn, dog.
What the twinkle toes is going on? Who knows?
that, guys. I have a repairman fixing plugs that are not that are upside down and not in the correct way. So, just throwing a little warning. Okay, Taylor. Where were we? Oh, yes. Your driver to win. Gosh dang it. I hit the wrong button. Didn't want the Discord call. I wanted my notepad. Go ahead, Taylor. Driver to win. Just remember, do not make easy picks for drivers to stay away from. Something that Greg will need to make sure to do that. So, what? Oh, who joined? I think that was you. Okay, go ahead, Taylor.
Okay. Let's try this again. My driver to win. I will take Christopher Bell.
Ooh. And you're stay away from for Cup. Taylor, I don't think we can... Taylor, can you hear us, Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, who's your driver stay away from for Cup, then?
Okay. You stupid phone, quit being a derping grandpa Price.
Taylor will smack his phone and Discord. Accepted.
You know what, man? That is accepted.
Okay, go ahead, Taylor. You're stay away from for Cup. Jones. Okay, after your picks, what? Oh, for Pete's sake. Let's finish your picks first, Taylor. No, it's going to be longer than that. Yes, it is. Go ahead, Taylor. You're dark horse.
I will take Denny Hamlin.
Alright. And your driver to win.
My driver to win? I think I will go with... you know what? I'll take Alex Bowman.
Alright, guys, we are going to have to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back to continue the weekly show predictions right after this. You're watching the PCSRA on the Blue Hedgehog TV, presented by